Hey yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. I'm here with my boy. I wanna be like Mike. What's good, Mike? What's poppin'? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Glad to have you out here.
I'm glad to be out here always, man. Me in my city, you know what I'm saying? New York all day. All right, we're gonna talk about some Madden 25, like you see the poster behind me, right? So I'm gonna just come like straight forward. I'm gonna just let you know what's going on. First thing is this. I'm gonna give you the good, and I'm gonna give you the bad. All right. The good is the gameplay. That Infinity Engine 2 that you guys like been really working on is real. I will tell you why. I love to see how the momentum and weight shifts. Like if you tackle me and I'm going forward, I'm gonna continue going forward but falling. Like you actually see like the footwork where they trip a little bit and get they step. Like it feels real. And then the quarterbacks, no matter what quarterback it is, it feels easier to maneuver quarterback movement in the game, whereas it usually feels real stiff. So what does the Infinity Engine 2, like what's some of the things that you guys learned from using it the first time that you guys got a chance to master this time around, because it looks really, really good this time. Like you could tell you guys did a lot of polishing.
Yeah, and that's important. People appreciated year one, but what we saw was a lot of players doing things that aren't natural, having no kind of awareness of the environment. So contextual awareness was a big thing for us. Last year, people would take their running back and try to play off the lineman, but they'd run right into the back, stumble, and fall down. Now you'll see him put out that hand and brush through. There's an awareness of the situation they're in. There's a guy on the ground. I'm not just going to walk through him and trip and fall. They're going to step over him. Yeah, so they look so much, like they know what's going on in their environment, and that contextual awareness is the key. The force impact engine has been added to it, and that really just brought hits to life. The stiff arms are impactful.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That was actually when I was it was funny because I was home playing NCAA, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. So now I play Madden, and you see that like on another level in terms of the energy. So I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just had to share my excitement on that one. Hey, just to add to the fans, just let y'all know the way this game handles assignments, blocking, all of that. The way it handles assignments is so realistic now. So now, in terms of AI, how did you guys get that up to par to be able to work the way it does? Is that all a part of the Infinity Engine 2, or is that something else that you guys did, from a tech standpoint?
Yeah, that's our AI system. I think having designers like Clint Oldenburger that played in the NFL. Our creative director and gameplay, Rex Dixon, played a little college ball on the line. I think having those guys there really analyze that system. But, what you're seeing there is just going to go taken to the next level. You saw it out at E3 with
the next generation Madden. Yes, the next generation Jordan is fire, hands down. So now we're going to go to the bad, all right? Here's what I don't like. Yes. This is how we're going to do it. So this is what I didn't like about Madden, and I don't understand, and I feel like a lot of the fans say the same thing. But why is it when it comes to presentation, it seems like it's like rinse and repeat? We see the same camera angles a lot. Even with Madden 25, it's like you see Phil Simms and what's the name? It looks exactly like it did last year. And a lot of people, from a business standpoint and from a fan standpoint, when they look at Madden, they automatically say, oh, it's the same thing since last year, until they play it and they see the differences. But the look matters. The look really matters. So I know we're going into a next gen, but what can you tell us about the next generation of Madden in terms of looks and presentation that we can expect? Because this generation obviously is coming to an end, and we're moving into something new, and we expect more.
Okay, well, next gen, I think the focus is going to be off showing off the game and the game's enhancements. So the fact that the crowds are now fully rendered 3D, more animations, the lighting on them is going to be rich and detailed, the skin textures. I mean, the crowd models on the next generation look almost as good as the players in this generation. So
crazy! Oh my God!
So we're getting to a level where we can present the game in a different way because the assets are looking different. So I think what you're going to see moving forward is the things that have advanced and allow us to kind of present the game in a new, fresh way. That's going to be the strength of separating the two consoles, presentation styles. Every year, we're trying to add new authentic scenes, fresh UI, new audio experiences, and Gen 4 is really going to be about intelligent commentary. So starting to be able to remember stuff and add it into a story. Like you think about Peyton Manning the next time he plays the Colts, that's going to be a big story. What we want to get to is the point that we can remember little chunks like that dynamically and build it back into a story. And we never had the memory to store all that type of information. So that's really where we're going to try to wow people, is that what you're hearing.
Yeah. Nice. I'm going to tell you right now, from what I saw and played of Madden Next Gen, I was floored, dog. Floored. It was crazy. So now what I want to talk about is online. Now, with the next generation, everybody's talking about cloud. Everybody's talking about like just what the next generation is going to bring to online gaming. PlayStation got the share button, all these like cool features. So what about Madden? And I know it's the first Madden for next generation, so there's certain things that you may not be able to get to. There's deadlines. I understand that. But what's some of the cool things that you guys have been able to explore for online gameplay with the next generation of Madden? I really would love to know that.
It's definitely early. As the console details become reality or fleshed out, we get a chance to see it, react to it. I think that's going to be an evolving thing over the next few years of the game. As those things, they're not out yet. We don't know how consumers are using them yet. We don't know how we're using them yet. There's a lot of ideas as we hear about the technology, and they're exciting.
I like the way he talks, because he knows some stuff,
yeah,
but don't want to say everything, and I respect it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yo, you get to hold the belt for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold the belt. This is the new belt, so you got to hold the new belt. You know what I'm saying? Word up. So you got Xbox, PlayStation. We're not going to talk about the Wii because we know how EA and Nintendo's been. So we're not going to talk about that. So, all right, so the next question is this, and I think this is a very important question. I think now that we're at the next generation and you're able to show things in a better way, like how you were saying. Now, one thing that I was thinking of is, and this is something that I believe NBA Live is going to be doing. But I heard rumors that Live was trying to explore like a story type of feature, so to speak, with certain players, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, we got Emmitt Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got some legendary people. But I think there's a lot of people that would love to, like, explore their stories. Do you think, like, we'll be able to see, like, certain stories, like, played out in, like, these games, considering that you got, like, much more RAM and much more things that you can actually show? I think it'd be cool in terms of fan service. Like, word.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big story guy. I love story. I don't necessarily think technology unlocks story as much as making it a focus, but I mean, everything about the new consoles, more memory, there's always room for more content, but I still think it's, being able to like tell a great story isn't necessarily withheld by technology, but doing more with the legends, or if that's where you're talking about going, like, I think that's definitely a possibility.
Ooh, okay, definitely a possibility. So now one thing, and I got to bring up Live again, because Live is just really blew me away. So one thing about Live that they was talking about was how your player progressed every hour. So every time you pick up the controller, it's like a new experience. Is that being transformed, or is that being transferred over to the next generation of Madden, where like let's say you watching a football game and RG3 have an incredible game or a bad game, and it reflects on the game, like, in terms of stats. Did you guys get that deep?
I've heard a little bit about their feature. We're in the same building. We definitely don't have that kind of live data, hour by hour thing yet. Sounds cool.
I would love it for a football game. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. So now here's something else I want to ask, and the reason I want to ask this is because a lot of fans have asked about this, but I would love to like have more customization in the game, to the point where I would love to customize my own field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to actually customize my own way of training. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, just make it more me, as a player. Like, is that something that you guys are open to?
Yeah, I think you see one step this year with Share, which is allowing people to like be creators in the world. This year it's rosters and sliders, but I think we'll definitely add to that. Like, we want people to be able to be creators in this world and then share with everybody else. And I think that's definitely been missing in Madden, is that there's that gamer that wants to create and put themselves out there and do things the way they want to do. And
man, that's what I'm talking about.
so, yeah.
Like, oh, when you say yeah, I got a yeah out of them. You know what I'm saying? So I got 2 more questions for you, and then we're going to wrap it up. Now, the next question is this. Like, I know you guys been working on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I know it's always crunch time. You know what I'm saying? But you do got a few extra months, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously Madden comes out in August, but the systems come out, other systems come out in November, so you guys got some extra months. What's some of the things, aside from the obvious, like the graphics and stuff like that, but what's some of the things about the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One that you've learned so far that one can take advantage of the other? Like, what's something that Xbox One probably does that's a little bit better than PS4, and what's something that PS4 does a little bit better than what Xbox One does in terms of your early experience now working on this game and doing the ports?
Yeah, early experience feels very similar.
Really? Okay.
So I don't think we've unlocked like the uniqueness yet, especially with our product. I think sometimes that evolves over a couple of years. Like, these consoles aren't being designed to feel kind of like, hey, they're out and they aren't evolving. So I think we're going to see, like, once consumers have them, some strengths and weaknesses emerge, and we'll want to take advantage of those and play it up. And but I mean, you even saw last gen, the Xbox wasn't the same as the one you bought 7 or so years ago. It evolved, the interface, the experience of Xbox Live, Connect. I don't think what you get shipped with is going to be static. But
I know exactly what you're saying. Now, this question right here, had to turn the half forward on this one. We about to really get it in right now, Mike. I hope you ready. I hope you ready for this. All right. Now check this out. Right now, we know that Madden is the only football game in town in terms of NFL. Right? We know that, right? So, and he's smiling already because I'm about to hit him with it. So here's the question: is this, right? If there was a situation where the exclusivity of the NFL license, you guys didn't have it no more, and 2K decided to make a football game and compete with you guys, I love it. What would you tell your team in terms of getting prepared for your next football game, knowing that you're going to have competition coming? And a lot of people still to this day still feel that 2K, ESPN 2K is better than Madden. There's a lot of people out there that still feel that way. So what would you tell your team to get them prepared for that type of competition if it ever comes back?
I mean, that decision is way above my pay grade, first of all. But I think, people at my level, the team is driven by tons of competition. It's not just another NFL football game. We see everything in the industry. We're so passionate. Like, people like to think that, there's a lack of kind of, passion to go after innovation, and that's just not the case. Like, people on these teams, every team I've worked on at EA Sports is so passionate and driven, and they're competing against everything. It's like they see something in another game like Last of Us, or, we're not just looking at other, football games. And so I don't think it would change, to be honest, what happens at my level with the team level, how we approach and the passion we have for, going out and kicking butt and making the best game. But I do love competing with NCAA. Like, there's a great internal rivalry there in the studio with, like, oh, they added that feature and that's so cool. And the fans, they're like, why don't you have that? That's an NCAA and it's awesome. So there's that back.
I've done that a couple of times too. Yeah.
So I think that rivalry there has always been fun, and definitely, people love to compete. Sports gamers like to compete. Guys who make sports games love to compete. So,
Because, all right, so now we're going to wrap it up. The reason why I had to ask that question, man, because if I'm not mistaken, I think 2016 or 17, it's supposed to be another negotiation to get that exclusivity back. And there's been a lot of talk and a lot of rumors saying that it may not happen, and people want to see how EA would respond if 2K was to come back and come back strong. And so it's good to hear what you had to say about it. I think that's great. And so one love and God bless your boy Hip Hop Gamer, chilling with my man Mike. I wanna be like my gangster. EA Sports is in the game. We out.